Moments after exiting a tunnel that runs beneath a mountain, the driver and his passenger realized there was no way to stop their van. On June 17th, 2025, near the village of Gimri, the van's brakes completely failed while descending a winding mountain road. Realizing the van was no longer under control, the driver began to panic, repeatedly asking his passenger what they should do.
Mama. Что делать? Нет. Потому что ты можешь... Хорошо на обочину, иди на обочину. Давай, что делай? На обочину. Моргай.
With every passing second, the van picked up more speed. Ahead of them were sharp turns, oncoming traffic, and almost no chance of bringing the van to a safe stop. Knowing they had no time to react, they continuously honked the horn and flashed their headlights, desperately trying to warn other drivers. Despite the rapidly unfolding situation, the driver somehow managed to keep the van on the road, navigating one dangerous curve after another while narrowly avoiding multiple collisions. But it couldn't last forever. Eventually, a crash became unavoidable. Fortunately, despite the severity of the incident, both the driver and his passenger escaped with only minor injuries. No one else was hurt, and the van sustained the worst of the damage. On October 19th, 2015, this dashcam footage was recorded on a remote forest road in Colorado late at night. According to the woman who submitted the video, she and her husband were driving along a narrow, one-lane road when something suddenly darted out in front of their vehicle. They had no time to react and collided with whatever it was. At first, they assumed they had hit a deer. They put the car in reverse to make sure it wasn't a person lying in the road. But as they backed up, the dashcam captured something neither of them expected.
Hit something. Hope it didn't hurt the car. Somewhere. Is that it right there? It is. Oh my gosh, go.
As the vehicle begins reversing, a human-like figure suddenly comes into view. The mysterious silhouette rushes toward the car at high speed, making it appear as though it's trying to chase them down or attack the vehicle. Over the years, countless theories have been suggested. Some believe the couple may have accidentally struck a hunter wearing camouflage who had stepped out of the woods, causing him to run after their car. Others, mostly jokingly, have suggested that the figure could be Bigfoot himself. So, what do you think? What was this aggressive figure doing in the middle of a dark forest road that night? A woman named Rosemary Martin was visiting Las Vegas with a group of friends when her dashcam captured one of the most terrifying road rage incidents caught on camera. It all began when a red Tesla suddenly cut Rosemary off in the middle of the road. Moments later, one of the people inside the Tesla pointed a firearm in her direction. But that was only the beginning. What followed was a high-speed chase through the streets of Las Vegas. At times, both vehicles exceeded 90 miles per hour, while the Tesla's driver ignored traffic laws in an apparent attempt to force Rosemary to pull over and get out of her car.
Go! Yeah, go ahead, bitch. I ain't stupid enough to fucking follow you, asshole. Hey Siri, call 911.
911, do you need police, fire, medical?
Police.
What's the address of the emergency?
I just got off of the Cheyenne exit of the 15 and I am turning down 5th Street.
Okay, and what's the emergency there?
There is a red Tesla following me. She threatened me with her gun.
Okay, there was someone in a red Tesla following you off of the freeway?
Yes.
And they had a gun?
Yes.
Okay, are they still following you?
Yes, they are.
Okay, what type of vehicle are you in? What color, make, and model?
I'm in a blue Honda Accord Sport.
And did he point the gun at you, or did he just brandish it?
She pointed the gun at me, and she just threw something at my car, and I also want to let you know that I am armed as well.
Okay, are you still driving westbound on Cheyenne? What road are you crossing?
I'm on 5th, going north.
You said you're going northbound on 5th now?
Yes.
At one point, the Tesla came to a stop in the middle of the road, and one of the passengers started getting out. Seizing the opportunity, Rosemary managed to speed past them. The Tesla then reversed in an apparent attempt to block her path, but she narrowly avoided a collision. The chase continued, and Rosemary immediately called 911. The dispatcher directed her toward the nearest Las Vegas police station, while keeping officers updated on her location so they could intercept the pursuing vehicle.
Okay, and that Tesla's still following you?
Yes, I'm passing Goldfield.
Okay.
Coming up on Commerce. Coming up on Commerce.
Okay. I need you to go southbound on Commerce for me.
Southbound? Towards the strip, yeah?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I need you to go southbound. I'm going to guide you down to our station at Las Vegas Boulevard and Civic Center.
Great.
We do have officers driving to you. It's just to get you to our station to be safe.
She's gonna try to make me stop.
Are they still behind you?
No, they're in front of me now. Alright, you said a left on Cary, right?
Yes, ma'am, a left on Cary.
The pursuit lasted for more than 10 minutes. After driving several miles and narrowly avoiding multiple head-on collisions, Rosemary finally reached the police. The original video quickly went viral, racking up more than 20 million views. Shortly afterward, Rosemary spoke with a local news station, explaining that throughout the entire ordeal, all she could think about was making it home safely to her 8-year-old daughter. As for the suspects, they were never identified. According to police, the Tesla was displaying temporary paper license plates, which were likely fake. The investigation into the incident is still ongoing. A driver was traveling down a quiet road, somewhere in Thailand, at around 8 p.m., when his dashcam captured a rather unusual moment. Without warning, a woman dressed in a white dress appeared directly in front of the vehicle. To avoid hitting her, the driver swerved sharply and continued down the road. Later, after the footage was carefully reviewed, brightened, and slowed down, some viewers noticed something unusual. Because of the video's quality, the lighting, and the movement of the vehicle, it appears as though the woman only partially comes into view before disappearing from the frame. The bigger question, though, is why she was standing in the middle of the road in the first place. A man named Parmi Dillon from Melbourne is a musician who recently startled his followers after sharing a disturbing video recorded during a late-night drive through a remote part of Australia. Driving alone down a deserted gravel road late at night, Parmy suddenly brought his car to a stop after noticing something unusual up ahead.
Fuck. Fucking hell. Fuck this. Seen way too many fucking horror movies for this shit. Fucking hell. You're a fucking psycho, mate.
Illuminated by his headlights was a mysterious figure standing completely still in the middle of the empty road. What caught viewers' attention, however, wasn't just the figure itself. After taking a closer look at the footage, many people claimed that the figure appeared to have no head. So, why was this headless-looking figure standing motionless on a remote Australian road in the middle of the night? Was it an elaborate prank, a lost traveler, or something else entirely? What do you think the camera actually captured? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. At around 2 a.m., a truck driver was traveling down a stretch of road that many truckers try to avoid at all costs. According to local rumors, the highway has a dark reputation, with drivers claiming that numerous accidents and other unexplained incidents have occurred there over the years. But it's not just accidents that people talk about. For years, drivers have reported seeing dark, human-like figures standing along the side of the road at night, almost as if they were waiting for someone to stop and pick them up. At approximately 1:30 a.m., somewhere in Louisiana, one truck driver noticed something unusual on the shoulder of the road. Aware of the highway's reputation, he pulled out his phone and started recording. The footage shows what appears to be either a person or an unidentified figure crouching near the edge of the road, seemingly occupied with something on the ground. A few seconds later, the figure slowly turns its head toward the driver and raises a hand in what looks like a wave. That moment sparked the biggest debate. Many viewers pointed out that the figure's movements seemed unusually unnatural, especially the way it turned its head before gesturing toward the driver. Because of this, people have come up with all kinds of theories. Some believe it was simply a person, while others think the camera may have captured something far more unusual. On February 14th, 2026, a major incident occurred inside the Green River Tunnel in Wyoming. The entire event was captured in real time by a TikTok user known as Top Hauler. That day, he was hauling cargo as usual, but as he approached the Green River Tunnel, he came upon a massive, multi-vehicle crash ahead. With only seconds to react, he steered his truck tightly against the tunnel wall, managing to stop without hitting any of the other vehicles. What he didn't realize at the time was that a serious fire had already broken out inside the tunnel. The impact had jammed both cab doors shut, leaving him with no way to get out. With no other option, he kicked out the windshield and climbed to safety.
What's happening? Coming through a tunnel. I'm in a wreck. This is all this truck is on fire. I got to get out of here. Oh, oh,
As he made his way outside, screams could be heard echoing through the tunnel, while thick smoke rapidly filled the area. After recovering from the initial shock, he immediately alerted first responders that people were still trapped inside. According to him, the truck directly in front of his was already engulfed in flames, and several drivers hadn't been able to get out of their vehicles. As a result of the incident, several people did not survive, while several others were injured and taken to the hospital.
holy shit! So, I almost died in there, man.
Hey, where are you driving?
The TVA truck right there. It's up in the tunnel. I fucking.
I was in the yellow Penske truck. My truck's in there too.
I'm one of the very last ones, man.
Are you? What are you?
So, the truck on front of me was on fire.
Okay.
That guy's dying in there. He's dead.
Okay.
It's burnt up.
Just hold on. What do you, we can't go in there right now, okay? They're getting fired.
Fuck. That was a wild ride. Oh, God.
To this day, this remains one of the few recordings that shows what happened inside the tunnel from the perspective of someone who experienced it firsthand, offering a rare look at how quickly the situation unfolded. Do you think the driver survived because of his quick thinking, or was he simply incredibly lucky? On September 10th, 2025, security cameras at a highway interchange in Mexico City captured the aftermath of a major incident that shocked not only those who witnessed it in person, but also thousands of people who watched the footage afterward. At around 2:30 p.m., pedestrians and drivers on the Concordia Bridge suddenly found themselves surrounded by a massive cloud that engulfed part of the roadway within seconds. With visibility dropping rapidly, many people rushed to get away, unsure of what was happening. Authorities later confirmed that a gas tanker had overturned on one of the highway ramps. The crash caused a major gas leak, creating the enormous cloud that quickly spread across the interchange. A short time later, the gas ignited, damaging part of the bridge. At first, it seemed like the official explanation had answered every question. However, as videos from the scene began circulating on social media, some viewers claimed they could make out silhouettes or human-like shapes within the cloud. Others argued that these apparent figures were nothing more than visual illusions caused by the dense gas, lighting conditions, and the quality of the footage. Nearly a year later, on May 25th, 2026, another video brought renewed attention to the same location. A motorcyclist riding across the bridge uploaded footage from his dash cam after noticing what sounded like a loud scream nearby. At the time, he didn't think much of it, but later decided to review the recording. The video does contain a sound that resembles a human scream, although there's no way to determine where it came from. After the footage was posted online, viewers began analyzing it frame by frame and soon pointed out something unusual. For a brief moment, a light-colored figure appears behind a concrete barrier. Because of the distance, camera movement, and image quality, it's impossible to determine exactly what was captured. It could have been a person, a lighting artifact, lingering smoke, video compression artifacts, or simply the way shadows appeared in the footage. Despite countless discussions, no confirmed explanation has ever been given. To this day, no one knows exactly what people were seeing in that clip, leaving the footage open to interpretation. What do you think was actually captured on camera that day? A driver is traveling down a dusty rural road late at night, somewhere believed to be in sub-Saharan Africa, when the headlights suddenly reveal a small figure standing in the darkness.
ये क्या चीज़ है यार? अजीब सा मामला हुआ है। अरे उस गाड़ी यार।
Most likely, it's a young cattle herder who has stepped onto the road to warn the driver. Judging by his gestures, he's waving his arms to signal that it's not safe to continue because a herd of livestock is blocking the road ahead. While this is a perfectly reasonable explanation, an unexpected encounter like this in the middle of the night, on such a remote road, is still unsettling to watch. What do you think? Was this simply an ordinary situation? Or does something about these moments seem unusual to you? This video was reportedly recorded in Colombia in 2008 and has been the subject of online debate for years. The footage shows several men driving down an empty road late at night. At one point, their headlights reveal a pale woman standing alone in the middle of the road, dressed in a long white dress. In one hand, she appears to be holding what looks like a knife. The driver slows down and cautiously approaches her. Rather than making a sudden turn or trying to drive away, he carefully steers around the woman while keeping a safe distance. As the vehicle passes by, it appears that she never takes her eyes off the car, following it with her gaze. At the same time, she slowly lowers the object that appears to be a knife. Many viewers consider this to be the most unsettling moment in the entire video. Just a few seconds later, however, the footage abruptly cuts off. What happened afterward remains unknown, as no additional footage has ever surfaced. Some believe it was simply a prank or a staged video meant to capture drivers' reactions. Others think there's a perfectly ordinary explanation for what happened. However, no verified information has ever emerged that identifies the woman or explains the circumstances surrounding the recording. The following footage was recorded by a security camera installed inside a taxi in Japan on July 23, 2020. The video shows the driver pulling over to pick up a passenger. The rear passenger door automatically opens, but no one appears to get into the vehicle. Despite this, the driver seems to greet the passenger before continuing on his way.
入り込んでる。
At first, the back seat appears to be completely empty, but after a short time, a dark figure gradually begins to appear in the middle seat. It initially looks like nothing more than a shadow, but as the footage continues, a pale, human-like face becomes visible. These details are what caught viewers' attention the most. First, the driver appears to see the mysterious figure, as he remains calm throughout the ride and never reacts to anything unusual. Second, the figure seems to disappear and then reappear several times as the taxi continues down the road. If you zoom in on the footage, the figure's face appears swollen, with one eye seemingly closed while the other remains open. There's also another similar recording captured by a Japanese taxi's dash cam. In that video, the forward-facing camera shows the taxi pulling over for a woman standing on the side of the road, apparently trying to flag down a ride. The footage then switches to the interior of the taxi. The rear passenger door opens, and the driver waits for the woman to get in, but no one ever enters the vehicle. Confused, the driver steps outside and checks around the passenger side of the taxi, but no one is there. On January 18th, 2024, an American YouTuber named Ian uploaded a video describing a disturbing experience that had happened to him just 2 days earlier while spending the night in his car. Ian has spent years traveling across the United States and often sleeps in his vehicle, staying overnight in parking lots or other places where it's permitted. Over the years, he's camped through heavy rain, sandstorms, and plenty of other challenging conditions. So when he decided to spend the night in the parking lot of a McDonald's in Palm Springs, California, he believed it would be one of the safest places he could stay. After getting everything set up, he climbed into the back of his vehicle and was just about to fall asleep when a noise suddenly woke him up.
What's going on? What's up? What's up, man? What's going on? What are you doing?
Someone was repeatedly trying to open one of his car doors. Ian immediately looked out the window and saw an unknown man standing beside the passenger door. He called out several times, asking what the man wanted, but never got a response.
Hey, bro. What's up? What you doing, man? Ain't weird, bro.
The stranger simply stood there, without saying a single word or offering any explanation for what he was doing. Realizing it would be far too risky to step outside, Ian locked the doors, started the engine, and moved to another part of the parking lot, hoping that would be the end of it. Just a few minutes later, however, he spotted the same man again. He was slowly walking between the parked cars, and according to Ian, appeared to be searching for his vehicle. Rather than taking any chances, Ian immediately left the parking lot and drove to another location, where he spent the rest of the night without any further problems. Looking back on the incident, Ian admitted that he still has no idea what the man was trying to do. It's possible he simply mistook the car for another one, or was in a state where he wasn't fully aware of what he was doing. But it's also possible that he deliberately tried to get into the vehicle, assuming no one was inside. Once he realized someone was there, he may have decided to act as though nothing had happened instead of confronting Ian. Whatever his intentions were, Ian's decision to stay inside the vehicle and leave immediately ensured that the encounter ended without anyone getting hurt. What do you think? Was it all just a misunderstanding, or did the stranger have something else in mind?